Hello and welcome to the Serie A show with me, James Horncastle. If you haven't subscribed to our channel yet, you can do so by clicking on the G. Right now we're going to look back at the weekend's action in Serie A. We're also going to focus a little on what a great start to the season it's been for Genoa Sampdoria, and then we're going to look ahead to the weekend's games. Remember, if you want to skip ahead to any of the points that I'm going to make, you can do so by clicking on the following links. But right now, andiamo. On Saturday, we received the clearest indication yet that the old Napoli is back. It was their best performance of the season so far. They were 2-0 winners against Roma at San Paolo, and it seemed that Rafa Benitez had been studying from the blueprint laid out by Pep Guardiola and Bayern Munich as to how to beat the Giallorossi. Not that he needed it, because Napoli beat them twice at San Paolo last season as well. And in fact, they could have been 3 or 4-0 up at half-time. Jose Callejon hit the bar, Hamsik hit the post, Lorenzo Insigne seemed to have transformed into Angel Di Maria. They went ahead through Gonzalo Higuain with an acrobatic effort. Remember, he hadn't scored in Serie A up until last week. He's now got 5 in the last 7 days. He also set up Callejon for the clinching goal. Callejon has now pulled away with 8 goals at the top of the Capocannonieri charts. And if Napoli carry on like this, well, they can aspire to 3rd place and maybe more too. That Roma defeat allowed Juventus to reopen a 3-point lead at the top of the table in Serie A, and they duly obliged by beating Empoli at the Castellani. Andrea Pirlo scored the 26th free kick of his Serie A career. He's now only 2 short of the record held by Sinisa Mihajlovic. €20 million summer signing Alvaro Morata also got on the score sheet and is staking a claim to start ahead of Fernando Llorente. Next up for Juventus is Olympiacos in the Champions League, a must-win game for them. Tuesday's edition of Tuttosport said, come on, you've got to beat the Greeks. It's not as though they're Real Madrid. And you know what? I think they're right. 2 decades on from scoring the winning header for Palermo against Fabio Capello's Invincibles in the Coppa Italia, Beppe Iachini masterminded another improbable win against Milan at San Siro. The Sicilians were tactically and technically excellent, in particular Paulo Dybala and Edgar Barreto. It's now 3 wins out of 4 for Palermo. They're up into 12th place. Once a manager, allenatore, an owner who eats coaches for breakfast, lunch and dinner, owner Maurizio Zamperini's newfound zen-like patience is paying off. You have to go back to 1990-91 to find Genoa and Sampdoria so high up the table after the opening 10 games of the season. Those were the days of Mancini and Vialli, Aguilera and Scuravi, and Bagnoli and Boskov. And it's a great story really, considering what happened during the international break. Genoa was afflicted by flash flooding, 1 person lost his life, and areas of the city, particularly the quarter of Doria, was devastated. Rival fans came together, and so did some of the players too, most notably Luca Antonini, who scored the winning goal against Juventus, the so-called Angel of the Mud, because he got dirty and also was shoveling away some of the debris. This is the best start Genoa have made in 82 years. 4th place finishes in 2008-2009 under Gasperini, or Gasperson, because he's Genoa's Sir Alex Ferguson. Could he repeat that success this time around? They're a chameleon-like, shape-shifting team, and they've got a great mix of young players from their academy and the city itself, like goalkeeper Mattia Perin, Stefano Sturaro and Rolando Mandragora, and some veteran players as well, like Alessandro Matri, who scored 5 goals, going to resurrect his reputation, and Maurizio Pinilla too. Samp also have some promising players. You think of the ones that they brought to the club and developed in recent years, like Icardi, who's obviously gone to Inter, but Pedro Obiang as well. We've got players in and around the Italy squad as well, like Stefano Caca, Manolo Gabbiadini and Alessio Romagnoli, the next Nesta, according to Sinisa Mihajlovic, who they've got on loan from Roma. I think it showed great character from Samp to bounce back from their first defeat of the season, a late one against Inter in midweek, which was decided by a penalty, to actually beat Fiorentina at the weekend. It shows that they've got a really solid, cohesive group under Sinisa Mihajlovic, who's really establishing a reputation as one of the best young managers in Serie A. Milan have disappeared. That was the headline on La Gazzetta dello Sport on Monday morning. The honeymoon seems to be over for coach Pippo Inzaghi. His team was whistled after their 2-0 defeat to Palermo on Sunday evening. The defence is letting in too many goals. They're missing Riccardo Montolivo in midfield, and that attack, which was the best going into this weekend in Serie A, is misfiring. Fernando Torres hasn't scored since his debut against Empoli. Que sorpresa. Steven El Shaarawy hasn't scored now in 18 months in the league. Jeremy Menez is inconsistent, and Keisuke Honda, their top scorer with 6 goals so far, seems to look a little tired, which is hardly good news given that Milan go to Sampdoria on Saturday night. A Samp team that, of course, have only lost 1 game this season and have yet to suffer defeat at Marassi too. Inter had a 9th chance to win 3 games in a row under Walter Mazzarri on Saturday, and guess what? For the 9th time, they blew it. And this looked as good a chance as they were ever going to get, because Parma were bottom of the table. They'd lost 6 games in a row. It was really disappointing from Inter. Walter Mazzarri's win percentage in Serie A with the Nerazzurri is just 39%. No wonder Interisti were calling for Roberto Mancini to replace him at the Ennio Tardini on Saturday. It doesn't look like Mazzarri will get the sack, however. Piero Ausilio, their director of sport, again renewing their faith in the manager. It would cost them, of course, around 10 million euro to dismiss him, that would be their January transfer budget gone. But were he to lose to Verona this weekend, well, the pressure on him and the calls for him to lose his job would only rise. The curse at Fiorentina continues. No sooner do they recover their striker Mario Gomez, then they lose one of the most promising players, Federico Bernardeschi. He's to go under the knife. He'll be out for 3 months, won't return until 2015. Like Giuseppe Rossi, of course, also had knee surgery. And perhaps, given these injuries, it's not entirely surprising that Fiorentina find themselves down in mid-table. Their chances of qualifying for Europe again could be compromised further this weekend when they play Napoli, who are one of the most informed teams in Serie A. They're unbeaten in 6 games. So those are my talking points. Let me know what yours are in the comments below, and I'll endeavour to get back to you as well. If you haven't subscribed yet, you can do so by clicking on the link below. Remember, there are shows about La Liga from Andy Brassel, the Bundesliga from Raphael Honigstein, and Ligue 1 from Julien Laurens. If you enjoyed today's show, why not like and share it? I'll be back next Tuesday, so ciao for now and arrivederci.